fucking YouTube. Love it. Ladies and gentlemen,
Are we live?
we are.
Other people
Welcome.
watching it?
Probably not. Probably not
They'll
yet.
all be gone in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah. Probably not yet. But anyways, welcome to the greatest internet show of all time in the history of internet and shows. We have Mr. Leo P. We have the King of Sludge. And we
Yeah.
have ominous David Spade Avatar. Probably not yet, but anyways, welcome to the greatest internet show. Oh, I hear us.
Yeah, that was me. Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. So now we're live. That's the timing. Well, I'm Matt Doe. We're too many Zooz plus Avatar David Spade. Welcome. What's up?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I totally agree with that.
I would
So-
agree, yeah.
I traveled to New York.
How was it?
It was good. It was good. It was okay. I mean, one thing I will say, it's really hard traveling with the face mask on the whole time. Like walking up 3 flights of stairs with a berry sacks, a suitcase, and a face mask. That's some shit right there. That's some shit.
Yeah.
What makes it difficult?
It's hard to breathe.
You just can't breathe
Yeah.
the same. It's just like when you're exercising with a face mask, you just feel like you're gonna pass out. Cause
Yeah, I feel like I only just like go to Target
yeah,
Yeah.
or something if I'm wearing a face mask.
when you're like because it's also like the subway's hot. You're walking up the stairs. It's just like, and you can't like, you know what I mean? It's just like there's so many people around that you really can't like take it off for a second, or it's like, I mean, it's just like a vibe. So
Right.
it's like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I always felt like it was just like heating up so much in my face. But dude, you know what we really won in all of this is Forever 21 closed all their stores like pre-corona, like a few months. And they were like, we're only doing online sales now. And they like set up a whole online thing.
Yeah.
And something I noticed is like when I ordered I got some face masks for them. They had a crazy face mask collection. Like they have some awesome face masks at Forever 21 online. I would actually suggest check out this one. Check out this face mask, guys.
Yeah. I like it.
How do I
Yeah.
oh.
Like they had like a crazy over the top face mask collection. They even had some matching face mask clothes stuff. And I was just like, did the CEO of Forever 21 know about this? Because they had already like closed all their stores and like declared bankruptcy and all that stuff pre-corona and like set up only selling stuff online. And now they're like thriving.
I saw a cool
Makes
face
sense.
mask on Instagram.
Yeah.
It was like, you ever seen like the what is it called in, I think it's a Mexican holiday maybe, where they
Day of the
dress up
Dead.
like the dead.
Dia de los
Yeah.
Muertos.
I
Yeah.
have one of those.
Those masks are cool. It has like the little beads
Yeah.
or the little hanging bells and stuff. I saw one of those. Those are pretty cool.
Remember, I have the one that lights up.
Yeah.
I don't have any cool masks. I
Me
have,
neither.
you know what I have? Mr. Sludge, you gave me
Yep.
a face mask a very long time ago
I know, with a dollar bill on it.
with a dollar bill on it. Yeah, like 5 years ago. I still
Yeah,
have
that
that.
That was number 11.
I still have that one.
I gave out 25 of those in the series for that tour.
Yeah, I have that, and then I have like 2 of the blue, like standard, you know.
Our
Thing they
last
give you.
tour, I was giving out face masks. Isn't that crazy?
That is, you were like preemptively ready
Wow.
for the Rona.
I had packages with a face mask, a business card, and something else in it, right, Leo? Something else was in there.
Yeah, dude, I have like a crazy bandana collection that I use as face masks. Like this one is so dope. So look at this. Check this one out. So this one, like, it goes.
That's my style right there.
It goes over everything, like this. It's totally like. And
The ear thing gives me a headache.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate the ear thing.
You can go the whole way up. It's really cool. It's really easy to pull it down for a sec. And also you can go like that. Or if you want to switch it up and you're like by yourself, you're going for a run, you can use it as like a headband. You're going for a run. Then you see somebody, you're like, oh shit. Cover your mouth real quick. And then you can go back to running. That's pretty sick. But also shout out to our merch. Sometimes I wear this one. It's kind of a crazy fashion statement because it's so big. But this is kind of sick. This style is kind of sick too. It's a little more fancy with it,
Yeah, it's more Gucci.
It kind of looks like I've been rewatching Naruto,
Oh yeah.
and there's a couple characters that wear shit like that.
Mother effing ninjas up in here.
Yeah.
I got all bones.
Oh, that's sick.
Hey, that is sick.
That is sick.
That's very cool. I don't have my masks with me, actually. You know what I have found in my room the other day? This cane. For this shit?
Oh yeah.
The cane, dude.
I remember that.
I think I'm gonna just start rocking it. Be like a cane guy.
That's cool.
I think I'm just
feel
gonna
like it's
break
kind of a
get
look.
a hazmat suit.
Khaled's
next
got
move-
one.
Just a straight hazmat suit. I think that's the
You see
way,
that?
right? No,
Yeah, DJ Khaled left his house for the first time in 3 months, and he left in like a full biohazard suit.
I'm on this like social media fast for another 3 months,
Uh-huh.
where I only follow street artists and people who make films.
Okay. That's not bad.
So-
It's pretty.
So I'm like sort of out of the main thing. I don't see Khaled. He doesn't pop up very often.
Yeah. I feel
So
like right
you
now
mean-
social media is just like, it's pretty much all just like people trying to get justice for the people that need it.
Yeah,
It's starting to open up the lanes. People are starting to do other stuff.
Yeah, it's like it was like that real strong for like 2 weeks, and then it
Yeah.
But hey, this is the voice of the people, man. That's
Oh
what's cool
no,
about
no!
it.
I'm saying I wish it would go longer.
Yeah. What I
Because
also
it's
feel like
like,
people
it's-
need. I mean, dude, I found myself saying sorry for feeling good after having sun. Like in I don't know, 4 months of no sun.
Right.
I
And-
see it the other way.
wait, you
I
didn't
see
see
it.
your son for 4
No,
months?
like sunbeams, like the
Oh.
sun. Sorry. Yes.
I was like,
No,
Dude.
no.
what happened?
No, it's I can't talk about it. The whole it's complicated, but that's not what I meant. I meant I did not see the sun in the sky for like 4 months, including
Yeah.
everything else that happened. I was like a little happy, and I felt bad saying to someone in the grocery store, like the cashier goes, "How's your day?" And I'm like, "Fucking awesome," But I felt bad about it because the world is not cheery, but I also had to get some good vibes. So, Judge Sludge, what do you think? Like, can people be happy nowadays, or it's just like we have to stay?
I can only speak honestly.
Yes.
I see it. I'm not really that caught up. It's like even if you are racist, you probably are thinking that it's wrong. The police to choke someone out in the street. That's probably not the best thing. But so I don't know. I think now it's getting ready to be cool because it's one of those things. It's like everybody has expressed their opinion, but now it's time to let the people who do the work because I've been around people who kind of like are like social activists and things like that, and that's a really hard life. Like it's kind of like being a street musician. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like let's follow the lead of the people who put in the time and did the work. We've all yelled and everything, but I couldn't begin to tell you how to readjust an economy or what any of that kind of stuff. I just know what's right and wrong. You know what I mean? So now it's time for some true like people to step forward and put together some plans. Because right, you know what I mean? The anarchy vibe, the party vibe, all of that was cool for a second. The anger vibe, but there are people who've been working on all of these issues and like bringing light to this stuff. Now it's kind of time to like back people and figure out which way to go, because I'm starting to hear a lot of like what I think are just crazy ideas now that are being lumped into one objective, and that one objective should be that we shouldn't be out here trying to kill anyone regardless of right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? Killing itself is bad. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like they're starting to lump a bunch of issues together.
Against, right?
No, it just seems like we're starting to lump a bunch of issues together and kind of convoluting the issue. This is just my opinion, that police shouldn't be killing anyone unarmed. But when we get into like issues of like systemic racism and all of that, that's a huge thing to just open up. And it's not something we should just open up with just anger. It should be something that because it's called systematic racism, the only way to deal with it is to systematically deal with it. It's not something that you're just going to pull the scab overnight, because then that just creates a giant reaction. If we learn from history, every time you throw something out really fast, it comes back the other way twice as fast. So let's slow walk it, think it through for a second. We know what's on the table, because the reaction is sometimes worse than the action. That's my thoughts about it right now. Because I don't know how to run economies and all that kind of stuff. Let's figure it out. Let's not do anything drastic, because I just think we're in a really weird place right now. That's my feeling about it. Yeah,
I feel you.
But I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm happy. I've been one of those people in the streets like that. I've been a rioter. I've never looted before, but I've been a rioter. I've been out there in the streets. I was one of the first people Portland. These skinheads killed a Ethiopian immigrant. And I remember being just touched by that I was the only person that like was at the trial, right? These skinheads had beat this guy to death. Muda Gassara was the guy's name. And that just made me realize that, wow, there are just people who just hate people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I read about it.
Hating, yeah.
I read about it. I've never, you know what I mean? I was born in Indiana. Of course, you know, that's a very divisive like place. I've lived in the South, but there's always been those divisions, but I had never like in my life witnessed organized racism. Do you know what I'm saying? Which was really crazy stuff. I never witnessed organized racism. I understand individual racism, but to that point, I never understood a group of dudes getting together like a football team to hate somebody or to do something that was crazy. But anyway, that's outside of the lines, but you guys understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I dig your explanation. I feel like I definitely relate to that in many ways.
Yeah, but I'm really proud though. I'm really proud that the way like we as Americans did come together and just see something wrong, regardless of how we're going to figure out this giant issue that no one's been able to figure out for 450 years. You know what I
Mm.
mean? But
Yeah.
it is dope to see like the power of people coming together, because people, you're like risking your life to do that now, legitimately. So it's nice to see it, like we as Americans come together and do that though. That is like, I mean, later on, a lot of people will be able to say, wow, I participated in something big, because this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're at festivals and stuff, and that's a giant kind of moment where people are feeling one vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you used to go to festivals like back in the day, like Lollapalooza or something, and it was set up to change minds. You know what I'm saying? A lot of festivals today are kind of set up that, but it's kind of weird. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like, let's do yoga at 6 a.m, and there's really not a lot of information anymore. Like people from different causes and things like that. Not that I see, maybe I don't see the tables, but you don't see that as often. The classes and things, played different festivals where they've had like classes and things, but it's usually not like direct action political stuff. It's usually something holistic. Am I right or wrong? It's usually something about healing or something like that.
Right.
It's not a political thing.
It's true.
I feel like most festivals are kind of and I might get some hate for this, but I think it's more of like if anything, it's kind of on some like Trustafarian type shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but back in the day,
You know what I
you
mean?
would go, like, if you went to a beast.
I think it depends on the festival. I think a lot of festivals are people that just like save up money year round.
I'm talking about like that shit in like Costa Rica or something. You know what I mean? Where it's like, it's cool.
Yeah.
I have no problem with it.
But not like summer camp.
Yeah, not really. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But I'm talking about
I'm saying the ones that are like
to-
selling holistic healing and shit like that, where they're like,
Yeah.
come here to like release your spirit
Yeah.
and like do all this shit. Like, you know what I mean?
But
It's
no,
like
Envision Festival is the one.
every single person I
Yeah.
saw at that festival was like some rich white kid who like was
Yeah,
29 and
yeah.
into yoga and getting.
I'm saying, but in
So-
general, we walk out into the GP a lot and see what's going on in the side tents and concession. You don't see a whole lot of like political organizations or any of that kind of stuff too much anymore. It's
Yeah.
usually
You're right.
someone trying to give you a soft frisbee or sign up for the radio station or win a car or something like that. But back in the day, there was like ACT UP, something from some sort of like trans coalition from that town or something, all of that kind of stuff. And they made sure those people had a table at that, register to vote, blah, blah, blah. Anyway.
I got two things for Judge Sludge.
Okay.
They're both kind of conspiracy theory-y. Okay, the first
I love
one.
conspiracy theories, and go ahead.
The first one. It's to my belief that. So, have you guys been hearing like a million fireworks?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I think this shit's no coincidence, bro. I think the government is fucking shooting hella fireworks, dude. To fuck with people. To like
Wait.
To like raise anxiety and like sleep deprivation and all types of shit.
I thought it was because people just did it. Sorry, just let you'll get your point in just a second because
go ahead. I'm listening.
Bring my okay, thank you. I thought that it's actually protesters that are doing it in like neighborhoods that don't usually hear like guns and shoot, like this kind of mess around them, and it's just raising awareness. That's what I was thinking. I could be completely off. But I thought that was amazing. I was like, wow, that's uncomfortable to hear it every night. That's something we should act upon.
No, I don't think so, man. I think it's motherfucking. I mean, it's a classic military, like when you dehumanize a group of people and you like move in and conquer. Shit like sleep deprivation and like all that shit is super powerful.
No, there's a word for it.
Yeah, when you like I forget the word, but it's like you move in and basically fuck all these people over.
Psychological warfare.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, and bro, like I've seen videos that NYPD rolling around in circles, like they're literally just doing donuts in their cars with their sirens on at 3 a.m. Like I'm like, this shit
It's
is straight up warfare now.
no, it stands to reason. I mean, I would think that I don't know. 2020 has, if it's taught us anything, that sometimes perfect storms happen, right? So you got a bunch of people off work, right? And 4th of July coming up. But it doesn't make sense because where do you buy those kind of fireworks out in Boston? New York, you got to go to Virginia or somewhere to get this stuff.
Jersey.
Jersey is where you get it?
Yeah, you can go to on I-78.
There must be some people selling out of the back of a truck because it's an overwhelming amount. Like
Every single person I talk to who lives in New York is like, dude, from 3 in the from like
Yeah,
literally
that's what I'm saying.
3. And the other thing that makes me skeptical is how like scheduled the timing is.
No, I hear it all night. It keeps me up. But I'm thinking all the new guys who sell fruit in masks in New York, because there's a million of those guys now, sell fireworks at night.
Probably.
There's like a million guys selling masks.
I think, bro, it could straight up turn into it like the people versus the fucking system pretty soon here.
Bro,
I want to do research. I need to do research.
I'm way ahead of you on that because
like, let me ask you this. When Rodney King happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all the riots in LA went down.
Mm-hmm.
Was there like a big military presence step in that happened in Los Angeles?
Oh,
like,
yes, of course.
Was there like big police retaliation?
Yes. Well, the thing is, it's like.
So I guess it's more normal than I'm viewing it in some ways. If it's happened before and it's exactly how it happens, but
no, man, I think you're underestimating one. I don't think you're not looking at how big this movement was.
You're saying this one or the Rodney King?
No, what's happening right now?
Yeah, I agree.
Rodney King was probably, let's say, the opening round of the playoffs.
Right. This was Game 7.
Yeah. This was,
right.
This was Game 7.
Yeah.
Because this protest, all of this stuff touched off something worldwide for days.
Yes, correct.
It's got people are throwing like statues in London into the water and all kinds of stuff. This is you know what I mean? This is it's on the
definitely
level of
set a fire under a shit ton of people's asses.
Yeah, this is kind of like an Inquisition or something like that. We're at that kind of level right now. Like this is.
I don't think it's that far off from straight up, you know, like French Revolution type shit.
No, it's not. That's what I'm getting to. Like, and you tie in the pandemic. We're like, this is like living in those times right now.
Yep.
Those people had to deal with this kind of sickness and all of that.
Right.
But
it's the edge.
But the thing is about it, to me, it's like, what was I gonna say? I lost my thought. But anyway, it's more of a situation where you're right. It is the perfect storm, and let's not say the government because that's really hard. Because from what we know now, and that our government isn't that smart. Do you know what I'm saying? They're just kind of racist and kind of like just, I don't know, you know what I mean?
Right.
But powers that be that want to control things, because there obviously are people who want to control things. They don't want anarchy in the streets. It's not in certain people's interest for things to change. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's not in your interest for people to not enjoy horns tomorrow. You're going to fight all you can to keep people enjoying horns.
Well, you know what I think it has to do with a lot? Is like when shit like coronavirus happens, people have to stop. And once they have to stop and actually look at what's going on and evaluate their life and stop just moving constantly and distracting themselves, it just like they can't take it. And
no, it's part of the perfect storm.
I mean, what was the stat about divorce? It was like divorce rates are up by a third. 33% increase in divorce rates since Corona.
Yeah. No, man. Everybody's
goes to show you, dude. It's like motherfuckers bet on not being home all the time.
Yeah.
A lot more suicide too.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. All of that.
That sucks. I mean, divorce sucks too, but
All of that. All of that. But the
know.
thing is, it's like, but the thing is that you got, in my opinion, look at the overwhelming positives of it, because we were moving too fast where we didn't question anything. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now we question things, and you can never go wrong questioning things. And like, why do I do this? Why do I need Doritos? Oh man, Doritos aren't that important now that I can't go to the store and buy them.
But see,
That's
it's
not-
like, I think that's exactly what the government doesn't want. They're like,
Exactly.
oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Like these
No.
motherfuckers realize, because the funniest shit too, right, is like the whole thing with defunding the police, and they're like, it's like the classic, like, I remember, Leo, you had a story in the subway where the cop was like, what are you gonna do the next time you get raped? And you're like,
David was there for that. I don't think he actually heard the cop, but yeah, that's what he said.
You're like, I don't know, man. Like, and what the fuck are you gonna do if I get raped? So it's like, I don't know, man. It's like, I think people are starting to realize, they're like, I mean, dude, put it to you this way. Any bodega owner I ever went to in New York City resolves conflict better than any NYPD person I ever met.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all cops are bad. I'm not saying, I'm saying the system's bad and the way they fucking train these people is bad. I'm not saying you're an evil human being if you're a cop inherently. Now, you definitely could be, but.
If we could get 5% more money into public schools, that would help.
Oh,
the money distribution is crazy.
This might be, I don't know. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, but I think a big part of it is, like, a lot of cops are just not smart.
That's yeah.
I think, like, sometimes they're just not smart. Like, I kind of think the guy who killed George Floyd was an idiot. Like, I don't think he knew he was going to kill him. Like, that's what I think.
I don't know about that.
I don't think he.
That shit was premeditated. They worked together.
It's like, why would he knew he was going to get in trouble? Why would he do that? Like, why would he do that if he knew he was going to ruin his whole life? Why would he
probably thought he was just putting a sleeper hold on him.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think he was literally that stupid.
But that's when you get that comfortable in your stupidity. That's when you're dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
You know what
dude,
I mean?
it's like Chris Rock said. Like
why not just shoot him if he's gonna kill him?
There's like certain jobs that you can't have bad apples. You know what I mean? Like, as an artist, you can have bad apples. Yeah, like you can, like, surgeon, fucking airplane pilot. Dude, America Airlines. These motherfuckers, what, they just land 20 planes straight into mountains every month and go, well, we just have a few bad apples.
Well,
but most of our pilots fly great. It's like, and I know that's exactly what Chris Rock said, but it's like, it's such a great point where it's like, dude, like, if your job involves you toting around a fucking pistol and potentially using it and potentially not, and you're supposed to protect and serve, like, you can't fuck up.
But what's up with your homie, though?
Who?
The other cops who don't say anything.
And the three guys just standing there.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Come on, we've all had to G-check each other on tour before.
I mean, bro, have you ever seen Watchmen, the new HBO series?
Yeah.
It's turning into that shit.
Yeah.
It's straight up turning into that shit. And dude, they don't even care. Like, these dudes just lie.
Well, that's how you know when you do. When you're in any kind of organization and you lose the ability to G-check each other, which means, hey, when I see you out of line, it's my duty as a teammate, as a brother to you, to say, hey, man, I see this differently than you are right now. I'm just going to put you on game. Okay? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, did you see the shit in Buffalo?
Yeah, I've seen it all. No, I've been there.
They pushed this guy. This guy's 80 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. No,
how is this dude going to hurt anyone?
Right.
And they push him to the ground. And then in the report, they say he tripped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the video is right there. It's like, dude, they can just, it's like they shoot someone and then and then they report it, and they're just like, "Oh, we didn't shoot him. He ran into a bullet." And it's two completely different things. And it's gonna go to court. He might win. He might lose. And it's literally up to the judge if he's a fucking racist piece of shit or not.
Yeah. Hold on, let me tell you a story. I've gone like the things, but before protests, you go to like this civil disobedience training and all of that stuff, right? So I would like go learn this civil disobedience training because I would like go to the protest, and then I would do security for Gay Pride Day and all that kind of stuff. This is in Portland. So the first thing they tell you is like, don't be aggressive toward the police. And especially don't point your fingers at them. Do you know what I'm saying? So every time there would be this like giant class of like 50 to 100 people, and they would bring in a bunch. Every time there would be a protest or something, someone would go right into the police face and start pointing.
Yeah.
And that's where it just jumps off. It's like, no, say what you got to say. Just keep moving. Don't point your fingers at the police, because those guys, the thing is like the stuff that you saw in the Lafayette Park, that's the real deal. When they come with the horses, it's over. The horses will move you out of the way.
True.
And I don't understand why Pete is not complaining about tear gassing the horses. Where you at, Peter? But yeah, people would. It's a weird thing, man. Protests are, I don't know. That's a weird thing, man. It's a hard one because it's not. You can get people to do things in groups that you can't get them to do solo. If I was to come to you and say, "Yo, Matt, go over there and scream at the cops," but everybody else is throwing trash cans and setting them on fire. It's a party now.
Well, there was like, I feel like there was a 3-night span there where it just straight up turned into like everyone was kind of like, all right, dude, this is my one chance to just go out and like break shit.
Yeah. Well, there was also organized.
There was like 2 or 3 nights where it turned from like a justice thing to, I feel like, people just taking an opportunity to be a menace.
All right. An opportunity to be an opportunist.
Right.
No, I got footage of that. I got like historic footage of that. I was like on my bike. I have a camera on the bike, and I was rolling through 14th Street at Union Square watching them break every window down 14th Street.
Yeah, man.
I'm hoping we'll use it for a music video at some point. I think it'd be dope to have an instrumental to it. But anyway, yeah. No, but there was also organized groups that were going out doing that. You know what I mean? There's definitely people on some gangster shit.
Can I reply to some comments here? Just give me a second. Like,
yep.
I just want to say, like, okay, so someone wrote like, Leo, like, stop giving him excuse or like an out for what he did. It's like, I really hate bullying when you're just saying what your opinion is. I'm not saying the dude's not racist. I'm not saying he's not a terrible person. But my opinion is, from what I saw, that he accidentally killed this person. I'm sure he meant to hurt the heck out of him. And maybe he is racist. Probably. And obviously really hated this guy. But it's my opinion. So, like, just saying, like, I'm not giving an excuse. I'm not saying that what he did was any less wrong, actually. At all, in my personal opinion. But like, don't like, I don't know. I just think it's so like messed up to just like try to like bully someone out of their opinion and like paint this picture that I'm trying to like say that anything is less bad than it was, because that's not what I mean at all.
Especially if something neither party could know. Neither party could know.
Yeah. It's like, you don't know either, man. Like,
exactly.
No, he does. He does know.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's like people do that when it's like people do that like exact type of thing when they
it's opposite. Yeah.
Exactly. Like it's just like stop giving him excuses. Stop, like, and it's like, no, that's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying what I thought happened.
Also, I'm pretty sure he's not going to listen to Leo P. He's going to probably listen to his lawyers with anything that he's going to say. Like, he shows up in the court. He shows up in the court and was like, guys, I got it. Don't worry, lawyers.
Like,
don't worry, everybody.
Like, I don't mind you having an opinion, but you're painting a narrative that I'm not saying at all. You're just putting words into my mouth and a intention that is not at all what I'm saying.
Yep.
Like, it's just lame. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, no, that's the reason why I opened this up with it's time for the people who do the work to do the work, and we support them because we've all let our voices be heard. Otherwise, it's just going to go into rhetoric like this. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
No life was saved by that conversation, but by generating the conversation, we could like add on to it to save lives, and that's where it's just going to boil down into rhetoric now. Like, why?
I feel like that's like where the inherent problem with fucking Democrats lies in, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm a Democrat, but it's like, instead of rewriting laws and reforming policies and going to bat for the fucking people, the Democrats are going to get in a room and put out a bunch of fucking kente cloth and kneel. And somehow Joe Biden in kente cloth is going to save the world.
No, it's not.
Wait,
like,
yo, so I'm sorry, people. I just give me one more second to talk about these comments because they're just making me so mad. You guys can go back to what you're saying, but the facts are out there. Wait, did the guy say he did kill him on purpose? Did I miss that?
The facts are not out there yet.
Yeah, I don't. What are you talking about? Everyone's like, he's like, but you're wrong. It's like, yeah, I don't. You might be right. You hear what I'm saying? You might be right. I might be right. We don't know. We're not him. Like that. Do you understand how like facts work, or just not really?
I still see what difference it makes.
It doesn't make a difference.
Same.
It really doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't make any difference.
Bad. I think it's just as villainous.
Yeah, it's just, I don't see what difference it makes. I think that's just one of those, like, again, one of those things that let's stop and pull off to the side right now and have a conversation about this, not about what we can do. And going back to my original point, what are we going to do to support the people who are out there doing this work when we forget about them?
Yeah.
Because there are people working for these causes that we say we believe in momentarily that are actually going to get up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's like being a musician. There's guys getting up every day to go play their song. They're not getting any recognition for it. The song is still great. You know what I'm saying? Someday the world might look at them and actually hear that song, but you got to get up and make it. And I don't want to get pulled off to the side anymore. This is the worst part of the internet. We get pulled off to the side to have side conversations, not the ones that are going to push issues forward on an issue about racism and about what this guy's intent was and what he was thinking about, and what was going on in his mind. And if we all have crystal balls and stuff like that to know what's going on in people's mind, why don't we jump into the future and prevent these things?
Yeah.
Yep. I had a new mask that just arrived. Meanwhile, we were talking. That's my Gucci mask. You guys ready for this shit?
All right.
That's dope.
I don't see it. Oh, nice.
Just got in. Just got in. Sludge, I think that I haven't heard anyone speak about everything that, we're all experiencing. For me, right? I haven't heard anyone speak as clear as you just pointed it out. I really think that that's the way it's done, right? There's a system. If you want to win the system, you need to work within the system, not against the system, because then everybody loses, kind of a deal. You're gonna have a good representative in the system.
I don't know. I don't even know if it's system. Check yourself.
Well, yeah.
We are the system, bro. All together, we make up the system.
No, I'm saying, but the people that, you said people that know what they're saying, right? Like the people that are actually being trained to do something good for us, the people that elect them or people that support them. So that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
we
No,
could-
that's But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, it's like everyone just woke up 3 weeks ago and figured out that America was racist.
yeah.
That's the biggest facts. But I will say, I think if you live in certain parts of America, actually in every part of America, it's if you don't get out of there in any way, meaning like whether you move somewhere else or travel or whatever, you're never gonna really realize how racist or not that you are. Because if you live in a place that is predominantly white, there are going to be things inherently about that place that are like systematically just racist. And until you move somewhere where you live with black people or people of color, whether it be black or whatever, like you're not going to see that sort of thing take place because you've never been around black people. And it's like the same thing can be said too about if you do live in a city. It doesn't matter. Like if, dude, like people can live in New York their entire life and still not realize that segregation is fucking like active. Like there are just neighborhoods in New York. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying that they are dictating that these neighborhoods are white, these neighborhoods are black, Polish, whatever. Like, but I am saying that if you look at the statistics and the numbers about, like, for example, the demographic of people from East 72nd Street to like East 55th Street on like Lexington Avenue and compared it to 125th to 137th on Broadway. Well, not anymore. I was 125th to 137th is just now white people. But what I mean is like it's just hard, and people have to. I think one of the biggest things, one of my biggest issues that I have with things like cancel culture is it's like deterrent from the goal, which is to like hopefully for everyone's, you know, cooperative goal to end racism. And I think in some ways I don't know how possible it is to just end racism. I think there are people who are going to just live and be taught and live in a secluded cycle of just being taught to be racist and learning that's what life is about. And maybe not, maybe we can get past that, but it's like, yeah, man, it's just a hard one because unless you travel and move around and experience different things, you're everything you know is just one. There's no like context. You're just seeing one side of a ball and that's it. So it's like, I don't know, man. I think for a lot of people are just realizing that America is racist. That was my long way of answering your question, David. Whereas like, I do think for a lot of people are just like, oh, wow, this shit is racist. And then there are numbers that people use to make it seem like it's not, right? Like I'm sure you've seen the classic graph where it's like whites killed by police officers, blacks killed by police officers, armed, unarmed. Those numbers, dude, are made to look like it's even. But the population numbers don't correlate. You know what I mean? Like what percent of America is white? Let me see.
Yeah, but I think that's backwards. I think we always want to do things based on the people who die within the country. Let's base it all on who's willing to die for the country. Like all these dudes on these comments right now talking about Leo's ideology. And when I know I've witnessed Leo walk into situations that most of you guys would never even think about going into.
But okay, to go back to these numbers, right? White people make up 60% of America.
Wow.
60.4%. The next largest group is Hispanic and Latino Americans at 18.3%. After that is Black or African American at 13.4%. Then Asian at 5.9, Native American
how
at
many African American?
13.4.
Whoa, I didn't realize it was that low.
Yeah.
Me neither.
So you have the same amount of people getting killed by the police, white and black, yet 60% of America's white and 13% is black.
Yeah.
So like it just
Dude.
really paints an obvious picture of like, oh, okay, so we are just as a police unit of America targeting black people.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, it's just so because like my high school was like more than half black, so
right.
like that's just like what I would have thought it was half and half. I literally, I mean, I
Right.
guess
No, I know that.
I guess the phrase minority means minority, but like I just always thought it was like much closer to half. That's
Yeah.
Same.
Wait, is Jewish? Okay, we've been over this.
Jewish can be a race, I think, right?
Well, that's
If
the thing.
it's-
Yeah, it can be a religion or like not a
Right.
race
Jewish
exactly.
white?
It's-
Not a race, but like a group of people.
Yeah. No, so Jewish is not only white. It's predominantly white, but there are some places, certain places in Africa, like mostly East Africa, that has some Jewishness to them because the Jewish people.
I mean,
were,
also there are tons of people from Israel who are not white. I would say, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the majority.
So it's
But
like Ethiopian and Eritrean.
Right.
There's a lot of people who came and they claim that they are sons of the same people who walked in the desert in Africa. So it makes sense. So I love it. I keep thinking how I keep giggling to myself, saying if this country did not have, if black people would just say, I heard this woman says, you're lucky that we're just looking for justice and not for revenge, right? And I was like, wow, she could not be more right. That's like, I want to write it somewhere so I never forget that. Because like,
say that one more time.
She said, you guys are all lucky, or some, I'm butchering it out, but she's super mad. She's like, you're lucky that black people are not looking for revenge. They're only looking for equality.
Dude, right?
Yeah, right.
I
Imagine like black communities just living the United States of America. You like what? Every little piece of our life is so influenced by the culture that came from that part of the world. And that's right for Mexicans, that's right for Indians, that's right for many other, minorities in this group. And, that's the obvious argument that the US is supposed to be the smelting pot, right? But just for the sake of keep talking about this, because that's what we're all talking about, like, I just keep laughing. Like, really, if they left, if this whole group of people left, there would be so much nothingness here. It's unbelievable. Like,
for me it's a little bit different because a lot of these things that people so-called say they're becoming aware of were all things that I grew up with. I grew up mainly with a more Afrocentric view in my family, because we had to, and growing up in Indiana, otherwise you wouldn't learn anything about yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
But a lot of these things, like I went to Juneteenth celebrations when I was a kid. I knew about all of that.
You know what I was actually talking about the other day, David, that
Yep.
we've talked about before? Is like going back to the 60% being white and 17% being black. It's like, it reminds me of going to festivals where, dude, festivals in America, the breakdown must be like 99% white people.
Yup.
It's insane, dude. And so I was talking to my friend about it, and I was saying to him, I was like, dude, like, I never realized as a black person, and you also have to think too, within music, a lot of musicians are black, right? It's black American music, right? Like, so you have to think, dude, how strange it has to be, and I'm sure most white people have never experienced this to that level, going to a festival of 99,000 people and there's fucking 200 black people there.
White people.
And I remember feeling like that, and or not feeling anything, but just being surprised by noticing it when we went to places that were all black people on tour. And it was like, oh damn, this is what that's like to be to literally as a black person at a festival. It's like, dude, it's all white people. I guess being a person of color at all, it's all fucking white people. So it's just, I'm not saying that makes it inherently racist, but it does make it weird in some way. Do you know what I mean? Like there's some level to it where it is like,
no, it's definitely
so
weird.
unbalanced. Like,
well, it's definitely weird, but the thing about it is,
it might just be a cultural thing too. I'm not saying that all people have to like the same shit, right?
We as Americans don't party together. That's just where it goes.
Yeah,
we don't party together. Like that's just
why
how
you
it goes.
shirts.
But that's just but those are cultural differences in how we party. Do you know what I'm saying? That's one of those things. There's just cultural differences. Like that's like, you know what I mean? There are cultural differences in how different cultures party. But the other thing about that is like what's so important about what's going on right now is that at the same time, it's not, if you get past the race thing, it's about being an American, right? It's about the fact that whatever you say about race, it still comes down to being able to argue the word. Are you responsible for your word? Which is something that's so important in today's culture, especially with the internet. Are you responsible for your word? Are you living up to the highest standards of the word that you said? And that's what you see in the street. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's like, I don't want to get on some patriotic box, but that's what makes you proud to be an American, that we're holding up a principle. Principles are very hard to find in this day and age. They're very hard to find in this day and age in a lot of things. But at a certain point, people get to a point, and that shows in our history, Boston Tea Party, whatever, we've rioted for the wrong reasons, we've rioted for the right reasons. But when you get down to it, in my opinion, it's a beautiful thing when we look at our Constitution and what, quote unquote, our forefathers sit in terms of their word. Now it's our chance to challenge the word. And you're right in the sense that we shouldn't be looking to older groups like the Democrats. You should, like in street terms, listen to your OGs, but the time is now for the younger generation to push forward their ideas, because God knows in the back of those green rooms and the backstages, we hear a lot of bullshit on how people want to change the world.
Right.
There's a lot of high ideas on how to change the world. Now it's like call into action. Don't go to sleep now. You know what I mean? Let's see if we can honor and serve up to those constitutions, because the Martins and all the females in history and all the people who had to fight for us to be here so that we could have our chance and you could have your chance to etch your name in history. Now is the time, you know?
Well, I think one thing too that I haven't said yet anywhere, but I've been thinking about it, is like, and I know this sounds kind of like not anarchist, but like removal from society type shit. But it's like, dude, I think the biggest way that we consumers and just like civilians can fucking battle that shit is just like having, like, we have so much power, dude. Money means everything. And if you as a consumer, right, like if you live in a place where you can plant vegetables, you can have chickens who lay eggs every day, you can grow at whatever it is you want, you can, and if you're not doing that, you're buying meat from, like, you can support the people you want to support, is all I'm saying. And where you choose to spend your money fucking matters. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
if like people are like talking about how laws
agree.
change and shit, it's like, dude, lobbyists and politicians on both sides of the equation, whether it's Democratic or Republican, you're going to see those laws have effect because of things like Walmart. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? Like when what's the guy's name? John, is it Dave Walton? What's his name? The guy who owns Walmart.
Yeah. There's a million Waltons, but go
I forget
ahead.
something Walton.
There's 100 of them.
Dude, all of these things are tied up together. Money connects everything. And so if every consumer in America went out to Home Depot tomorrow and purchased every vegetable seed and ordered like chickens, if you eat eggs, and whatever, if you don't. But if everyone just grew their own food and shopped at places that did not support laws that they don't want to be seen supported.
So you cannot actually go to Home Depot because there are a big problem with that.
Are there? Is Home Depot a bad one? See,
Oh,
that's the thing. I'm
yeah.
ignorant
Oh,
to
yeah.
all this shit.
Yeah.
But I've
Yeah.
just started to be thinking about this where it's like, damn, okay.
Well, I
Like,
think to your point, like shop responsibly is a really strong fact, because like if you decide not to, shop for, like, literally we were looking at shoes online, and like the person I was with was like, oh, I'm gonna buy these, and then I saw the company, and whatever, I'm not gonna blast anyone right now, but I saw the company, and there was a little bit of a, oh wait, they did something about Black Lives Matters that was like not cool, and just didn't buy the shoes.
I don't mean to break this up. I just see a comment that says chickens are expensive. My folks have chickens. They are not expensive at all. They're the opposite of expensive. Eggs are expensive. Okay.
It's true.
Buying eggs at $5 a carton are expensive.
True.
Come on, everyone in our
20
comments has a PhD, bro.
Dude, I walk outside every morning and collect like 20 eggs for free a day from the chickens every single morning. Like, trust me, chickens are not expensive.
And no, that's relative to their budget too, Matt.
Right. And it's a tax write-off. If you own agriculture, if you there's a certain amount you have to be involved with it, but if you're an agriculturalist in any sense of that word, when it comes to like vegetables, chickens, crops, you get a huge tax break in certain states. I know you do in Massachusetts.
Yeah. Everybody in our chat, in our comments is right, Matt. Everyone has a PhD.
Dude, I feel like
Hold on. I'm gonna bust this whole thing. Feed isn't cheap. Yes, it is. Best to get scraps from a restaurant, dude.
Nope.
Dude, you don't
Not
know what
true.
you're talking about, man.
No,
Do you make food at your house?
Hold on, man. You're killing
Take
the ozone
leftover
by driving
vegetables
to get
that
the
you don't
scraps.
eat and give them to your chickens. Why do you need to go to a restaurant? Make your own food. What are you talking about?
You're going down the rabbit hole, bro.
Dude,
I know, but it's
I regretted so much looking at the chat because I was just like, oh man, I just shouldn't have even gone down that road.
Not true. I think your point was very important. I felt this way as well. I felt like people are bullying you in the matter of like.
I did too.
Oh wow, thank you, thanks.
Oh,
I think that's what I'm
started
saying.
feeling all weird.
No, I think honesty is not the thing we should be hiding from. And not only that, you're the last person who should be having to prove to someone on the internet how, like, you know what I'm saying?
You want to know?
Yeah.
You want to know how much
crazy.
chicken feed costs? 40 cents a pound.
Dude, that's
40 cents a pound.
Hey man, in Corona days, that's a lot of money, bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
All right, you could buy a 40-pound bag of this shit for $10.
Can
Your
humans
chickens will eat for a month off that, dude. I think.
Can,
to be honest, I don't know.
Can human eat that? Like, if like you do like a Quaker Oats thing with that, a little bit of milk, put it in the microwave.
Chicken feed?
Yeah.
Dude, no. I mean, I don't know. You live your life, man. You want to eat chicken feed, go for it. But I would never. I don't think so. I mean, I think you could say the same thing about dog food. Although my dog's food has gotten very expensive.
Yeah, no way.
My dog's like shit. His whole like dietary thing is a huge income thing now, man.
Yep.
for my folks, like because he's eating wet food because the dry food is bad for him. It's like this whole thing with salt.
Dude, dogs are soft. Dogs used to be in the nature and wild animals.
Dogs used to be wolves, man.
Oh
yeah.
man,
we
y'all,
made them
y'all really
soft,
going to blow
man.
up the comments now, hating on dogs. Man,
Oh
come
my
on.
God.
Yo, I
Bro, I
gotta
love
go
dogs. Are you
check on
kidding
this
me?
pork belly, but Sludge, why don't you tell him about Free the Pets? I'll just set him
no.
up for that. All
Oh
right.
yeah, you just like threw me under the bus.
Wow. Hey, can I change the subject maybe?
Yeah, go ahead.
So when I was in New York, I went on a date.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like a date?
A date.
All right, okay.
A date. And it went really well. It went really well.
Did the date felt like she or he knew you because of like your IG life, or no? Sorry, I'm just
No,
I didn't want to assume.
knew you because of you mean like know me from social media?
Yeah, like like you'd say something. Oh, yesterday I did this, and that other person would be like, yeah, I know, I saw it on your story.
Oh, a little bit.
Okay.
Bit. It was a little bit like that. Not gonna lie. There was like one or two moments where it was like I would say something and be like, I know. Like I'd be like, I've been hanging out with my nephew a lot. Like, oh yeah, I know. James?
The one you've been posting, yeah.
Like, yeah. No, but I actually have known her for a really long time. We used to hang out in New York, but I was just not trying to like, I don't know. I was just not trying. I was just touring a lot.
You went for a date.
Yeah, so I did, and it was interesting because like I was like kind of nervous about like what to do, but also like I've been quarantined for months, and I'm just like, yo, I can't. Like, I need to get something going. You know what I'm saying? And,
I hope she's hearing this right now.
and yeah, so she lives in New York. So I when I was in New York, and we just went to Prospect Park. I was like, let's just hang out in Prospect Park, and it was really weird because like we were wearing face masks for like a lot of it, so it's really interesting how the dynamic changes when you can't see as much expression in people's face. Like that's so much of a conversation.
Yeah.
It's so weird when you're like this and you're like, yeah. It's like I'm smiling. You can't. You can see it in their eyes a little bit, but
yeah.
It was cool, man. It was actually we ended up hanging out in Prospect Park for like 6 hours. Like, it was fun. It was really nice. It was cool, man. And
no, that was a beautiful evening anyway.
Yeah, it was, and there was fireworks, and it was like, it was sick.
The conspiracy was going on.
Yeah, it was, and there was like a band playing in Prospect Park. There's a sax player and stuff, and it was cool, man. It was nice. It was nice. I feel like I've wanted to like date like for a long time, but like.
All right, ladies, send in your photos. Leo is looking for matches.
Like, I wanted to just go on like legit dates because like normally I just like hang out with people after the show. I'm like, oh, it's like 1 in the morning after our show. Let's hang out for like a few hours. You know what I mean? Like, so it was like recently I've been really wanting to, but like then, we took some time off and I was like about to kind of gear up towards that. And then Corona stuff happened and I was kind of like, well, I feel like I can't really hit anybody up yet. So, no, it was really cool. It was interesting. It's definitely a weird vibe with the masks. But eventually as it got later, like everyone like left, like a lot of people left the park. There weren't many people, so we just took our masks off. But no, it was cool, man. It was cool. It was really nice. Nice to just talk. You know what I mean?
Post quarantine romanticism.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hells yeah. That sounds like a great movie. I would watch that tomorrow.
Yeah. It's
Post-
like, yeah, I have the like tendency to, David calls it love bombing. Where I like get way too into it really, really fast. And then like weeks later, just like regret it. Just be like, oh, I went way too, I was way too into that, you know? So I'm like, so I've realized with any type of like relationship stuff, I have to like cut it in half of like where I actually feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what's funny?
Or not
Like, I
take
feel like-
relationship advice from me.
I don't know. I feel like one day it's just everything gonna line up, just like everything. You know, you played saxophone, you guys played in the subway, and then everything just lined up. You know, you can get advices, and you can go play. You know, people can tell you things, but like at the end of the day, it's just like whatever you put out there, that's what you're gonna get. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true with relationships. Because if you don't put nothing out there, you ain't getting nothing.
Relationship wise, I mean, you can get a one nighter.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
David, that's not time to be joking.
I said you shouldn't be getting relationship advice from me.
Yeah. Well, I'm dating my mouthpiece right now.
Man.
I just saw this video about Japanese people who got married to their like Siri type of a thing. And like at the beginning I hated on it because I'm ignorant. And then like, someone came up with a term. I forget what it was, but it was like robosexual or something like that, And it's like, yeah, no, that dude is robosexual. I was like, fuck,
Wow.
like then that dude should be into it and I shouldn't judge it. You know what I mean? It was a cool moment. But yeah, I think it was called, chat, since everybody here with a PhD in everything, maybe someone is smarter than I am, which is pretty easy. Who knows what it's called? It's not robosexual, but it's like something like that. Maybe Matt. Maybe Matt knows. Hey Matt.
Hi boys. What's up?
What do you know? Do you know like those people who get married to their iPhones or Series or like stuff like this, right? Have you heard of that?
I heard of a lady getting married to the Eiffel Tower.
Anyways, I'm trying to find the term for people who are robosexual.
It's called object sexuality.
See, I knew you knew that. Object sexuality.
Huh.
Object sexuality.
Metrosexual? No, it's not metrosexual.
Is it metrosexual when you
have sex with a train?
Yeah. Isn't that it?
Ariana Grande said she would marry music if she could.
Wow.
She did.
That's
say
not
that.
even an object.
That's not even an object.
It's an inanimate object.
That's just like a.
That's deep, man.
I think Ariana Grande is drinking lean.
What?
That'd be sick.
She's drinking lean.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fembot. No, it's not Fembot. It's not Fembot is like that robot that is feminine in Austin Powers. That's a Fembot.
Well, isn't there a thing called waifu?
Waifu?
Yeah.
What is
when
that?
you like marry a doll?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What's the terminology? Like the robosexual. Waifu.
Wow. We've gotten off into some strange topics today.
Yeah, waifu is term for a fictional character, usually in anime or related media, that someone has great and sometimes romantic affection for.
Waifu. Because it's wife in like Japanese, the word wife. Waifu.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
I feel like that's what it is when someone has like one of those anime doll, like not a sex doll, but like a I don't know what they call it, like a body pillow maybe.
Okay, this brings up this weird. Okay. It's gonna. Oh man, every time. Never mind. No, I'm gonna say it because that's what makes a show. Why? Okay. Why is it in I don't know, in my friend group or in like the general public, I feel as though generally there's a taboo against men having any type of sex toy thing, but women it's totally cool. Why is that? Why is that?
I think as a man, I can tell that we are not as progressive. So I think that might be one thing.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Right? Like,
Maybe it's a judge slut thing.
yeah.
I'm thinking. But no, but this is one of those things where like I can only engage this conversation from a heterosexual perspective. So when you're talking about men's sex toys, I can't really speak for our certain other segments of our society. You know what I mean? So if I would just go from the heterosexual end, the devices are sort of taboo, I would have to say, and there hasn't been like Henry Fonda and James Dean made cars cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We haven't really had someone come by and make, men's like sex toys cool. So you can leave that front. You can leave that front.
Yes.
Especially with the internet. I mean,
Yep.
And the thing is like what they're able to do with plastics and latex now wasn't something available 20 years ago. The technology
That is a good point.
Exist.
That is a very good point. I feel like the technologies involved for serving these two different purposes are very varying levels of difficulty.
Yeah.
One's essentially a stick.
I don't know about that.
The other,
because I think it's easier for guys to woo than it is for girls.
that might be true. I don't know. That's one of life's mysteries right there.
I think so. I mean,
I do too. But
I'm a bit of a scientist. I've run a lot of trials.
Conclusive research,
especially on tour.
What's your hypothesis, Mr. Scientist?
It's Dr. Leonardo.
Right.
Basically, my hypothesis is with a dude, as long as you like repetition, you will get to your goal.
Right.
And with females, it's just a different thing.
Yeah.
This dude in chat says he's looking at his fleshlight right now.
That's awesome, man. Good for you. And good for you for admitting it. Maybe we can make this more chill.
That's what I'm saying. We got to like normalize this shit,
It's like
let people do what they want.
So like
fans.
Maybe we should put fleshlights on our merch table.
Yo.
Good.
Each have our own custom one.
Yeah, there we go.
Or even custom dildos too.
We don't have a video on Pornhub yet.
We
really should.
We really should. Let's do something about that. I love that idea.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody.
Someone just got in chat and said, "I have no idea what I just walked into." Honestly, neither do we. We really don't know how we ended up here in this conversation.
Yes, we do. Awesome. We don't contrive our conversations and we let them go wherever they are. Unlike other people in their conversations, we're not afraid over here.
We're not afraid.
We're not afraid. Dude. What's up with Eminem, man?
No, let's talk more about this Pornhub video.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We could get Eminem in a Pornhub video, maybe.
Crowdsourcing ideas for how do we get to P-Hub.
Let's just call the song Eminem.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of smart.
Let's call the song. New Eminem song.
Yes.
Let's call the song Eminem - Slim Shady.
Nicki Minaj.
And then every time someone searches for Eminem Slim Shady, our song just pops up and they hit play and it's us.
And they got to go to Pornhub to watch it.
Wait, but are there
Why
any
are you on this
regulations to
Pornhub
upload?
thing,
What's
No,
that?
he's right.
No,
Wait,
man.
what? Everyone uploading to Pornhub now? Is that the move?
Yes, dude, that is the
Yes.
wave right now.
Wait,
Okay,
what?
okay,
That
okay.
is the way.
So I may or may not have been on Pornhub, you know, whatever. This is a while back, but I remember I was on
Okay.
Yeah, right.
or I was.
You were doing your research, your science research.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
doing my scientific research to find out.
Right. Yeah.
who goes, "Woo!"
Yeah.
For this particular conversation.
Yes, I wanted.
Yeah.
to
You were
research this.
prepping for this conversation by doing your research. I
We
get it.
appreciate
So-
you, doctor.
Yeah.
So what a music video came up by a rapper Watsky, and I literally didn't know who that was, and the song just came up before I had a chance to
To rapper.
to wrap up
wrap
my
up.
observations, and I
Observations.
ended up watching the first like 10 seconds, and I it was like, this is kind of cool. And so I like watched the whole music video, and I'm a Watsky fan. Like I've listened to his albums and stuff. I like his
All
rap.
from Pornhub.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That was the first time you ever saw him?
Yep.
Wow.
First time.
Do you know Hobo Johnson?
This dude, Jam the O's, says lots of data to sort through, Dr. P.
Yes. There's actually infinite data from all different generations.
Okay, I actually have a Judge Sludge thing, and it's a slightly edgy topic. So if you're like under the age of something, leave.
Yeah, if
But-
you're under the age of like maybe 18, maybe this isn't for you.
Yeah. But anyways, I have a fucking thing I want to talk about with Judge Sludge here.
All right, I'm here.
I think anyone who has been on any pornographic website in the last like 2 years has probably noticed the overwhelming amount of like incestual family based
my God.
videos,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not personally my thing. I'm not bagging it. I'm not saying you're a bad person if that is your thing. I've never met anyone who is into that. Why are these videos so popular?
Well, they're
And my
popular
conspiracy
because
theory
people watch
side of
them.
it, conspiracy theory side of it is the government motherfucking just doing hella of those videos so that people want to bang their brothers and sisters, dude, so that they quit populating. Does it go that deep?
Well, it's
No.
Probably not.
It is.
I think
I have heard it's mostly step stuff.
Well, yeah, no shit. But
the first thing they teach you in your first psychological
incest is fucking illegal. So they couldn't be like, they can't just be like,
I mean, they do make. I mean, it's most. I think it's. I mean, a lot of it's fake, right? So.
well, yeah, it's all fake.
But
But I think it's illegal as well to fake, even if it's fake.
I don't think it's illegal to make fake.
I think it is.
Wait,
Well, like
what?
it's illegal for like a cop to have sex with someone he's arresting, but there's like cop porn having sex with people he's arresting.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense, but that is true.
Yeah, no, you're
think-
right.
I think you made the mistake of clicking on one of those videos because porn is heavily based on algorithms.
No, dude.
So-
I've talked to people about this, man, and everyone says the same shit.
No, you're
They've clicked
right,
on
you're-
it too.
you're
They've
so
clicked
right,
on
though.
it too.
It's not, dude. It's not like a history thing, man.
No,
It's
no.
like-
I'm saying with porn searches and stuff like that are the most heavily algorithm like things because your porn taste dictate a whole lot of things, and also they're not gonna make porn that people aren't interested in for a fact. You know what I'm saying? So there's a whole lot of people. And lastly, the first thing that you're taught in any psychology class is about, people wanting to have sex with their parents.
Well, what I'm saying is,
the Oedipus thing. That's like
yeah. It's like a basic.
they're like trying to teach you that in school that you basically want to have sex with your parents. Like that's like taught.
Dude, I'm saying what I'm saying is, and maybe I'm off here. I just don't think that should be the fucking like standard template porn, which right now I feel like it is from the things I hear from people about porn websites.
Well, dude, it sounds like you guys are getting hot and bothered over this issue. It's making it even hotter now. You know what I mean?
The thing is, I don't really care that much. It is weird, dude. It's definitely
weird,
like,
dude. It's weird.
It definitely is like
how much of it?
It's yeah. It's like
they shove it down your fucking throat. No pun intended, but it is just weird. It is weird, dude.
It's like maybe like Teacher is the next one, and it's like so far in second place. You know what I mean?
That's...
Right.
I know, but that's not taboo. You got to go to the extremes when you're talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think maybe like there is no more extreme than that.
Yeah.
But you know what you can't find on those websites, which is awesome?
What?
Things with animals. You used to be able, but I remember reading about this petition. It wasn't in the States, but I think it was like a worldwide. It was in Europe at one point. And it's one of those things you see in the news, like the website, and you're like, wait, what? They're actually talking about this? And there was like something where like legit website can't have that kind of videos.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's illegal.
I know.
Like, literally illegal.
I don't run into any animal stuff ever like that.
Me neither.
Yep.
Yeah, if you want to see some good bestiality, you gotta go watch Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I feel like I've never even like that's never even like popped up.
It's in a good Disney movie.
No pun intended.
You got to watch a good Disney movie if you want to see some great bestiality.
Right.
Here's the thing, though. Like,
which of the Disneys was the hottest? The Disney queen or the princesses?
I don't really
You guys know it's a real thing, right? Like they literally made them as hot as possible.
What is?
Like the Disney princesses and whatever. Princess. How do you say princess in many? Like Jasmine and like.
They make them so.
Yeah, like.
Dude, I was like watching The Incredibles. I'm like the mom.
Oh, the mom from Incredibles,
oh
bro.
My God.
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
Why is the mom so hot in The Incredibles? Like, why?
Dude, the mom's got that fucking hammer, dude. She's got a straight, like, that thing's out of control, dude. Like, it's a fucking.
Dude, someone wrote Matt's algorithm is showing him chicken feeding porn.
I know. That is the best quote of the day right there.
I think people like this porn conversation. Like, I'm starting to think that's like...
Chat is definitely more active now than they've ever been.
Yeah. That's true.
That's without
that's
doubt.
Racist.
All the more reason why we need to release this song on Pornhub.
Yeah,
did you know? Okay. So Pornhub actually released a... They released... There's people now data analysts that pay to get data from Pornhub because you can apparently get a lot of data out of like how many people watch this type of stuff, how many people watch this type of stuff, etc. So people like pay for Pornhub's data, right? And one thing they released to the public was like, I can't remember what the number was, but I think that father-daughter porn spiked times like 10 on Father's Day.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That is so... I mean, that makes me be like, I guess people do have some, like, sick stuff going on.
I mean...
that.
You guys are judgmental.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right,
like,
you're
for
right.
sure. And
You're
know what the thing is? Like, I think it's better that people do it this way versus actually trying to do it. So
you're right.
They have this, like, dream, you can kind of, like, do it and keep it to yourself and to your algorithm. And don't go do some stupid shit,
Yeah. That's a good point. I mean, it's like you could go either way with it. You could go either way with it. You could be
I
like,
mean, I
well,
know
no,
it's wicked wrong, but
Jennifer
it's out there.
Lopez and Iggy Azalea's videos on Pornhub.
wow.
I mean, yeah, we need to
Wow.
do it. We need to do it.
Wow. I'm down.
All right.
My original idea was that music video I did, Sackstar, one of the takes I did nude, and I wanted to release it on Pornhub, but I
You
decided,
got scared. Tell the truth.
you
Let's post
know,
that up today from a different website. Like, leak it.
That's right.
well, yeah,
Make it no pun intended.
it's just like not the most flattering for me when I'm playing saxophone. I just,
That's really funny. That's a good quote.
I've tried, I've tried doing stuff while playing saxophone.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, put the
You know
Tokyo
what I mean?
pixels on it, bro. Put the Tokyo
I've
pixels
tried.
on it.
Cause like, to be honest, like having sex is one of my favorite things. Playing music is one of my favorite things. So I've tried to do both at the same time.
Yeah.
Not a lot of success.
Yeah.
You
Not a
just
lot.
put the Tokyo pixels on it like it's like an Asian video.
Yeah. Dude, but just put way extra pixels. Just like
And
add,
you can
Yeah.
wear some stuff. You can wear like a belt or like a hat or like
No,
accessories.
do
You
that.
know what I mean?
No, you got to do the Asian pixel thing, bro. Like it's like from Japan, like it's a banned video.
See, that's fucked up in my opinion.
No, that's fucking marketing. Fucked up is marketing right now. Okay, there's no if you say something's fucked up, you couldn't say something more sellable or marketable.
There's a lot of truth to that
You
statement.
know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you say it's fucked up, then it's selling itself.
Yep.
I don't need a slogan. If I can get 1 million people to say my product is fucked up,
True.
David, your product is fucked up. I'm
Right?
the first one. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's so fucked up, bro. Like I don't even know where to begin.
and it's like
It's just-
it's like I don't get paid for selling it. I get paid for you looking it up. There's a difference.
Can we continue down this rabbit hole? Can I say another thing that I've noticed in my observations, right?
Of porn?
Of just sexuality. Now we're just on that kind of topic. So I personally, and a lot of people I know, was raised on, and when I say raised, I don't mean my parents. I mean like kids, like
The streets.
school, the streets, raised on a ton of homophobia, like an incredible amount, over the top.
Oh my god, yes.
Like gay was like, oh my, it's like oh, he's like a murderer. Oh man, he's a murderer. It's like he's gay. Like what?
Yeah.
Like that was like where it was
Right.
at. Like are you gay? You gay? You gay? Are you gay? Like it was so like this obsession with like gay. Oh, he's gay. Like and like also like this is before anyone was even really gay yet. Like this is like 3rd grade. You know what I'm talking? You know what I mean? Like early stuff. So I mean in reality like I was kind of lucky because my parents did have some gay friends, and like I know a lot of people that didn't know any gay people growing up. So like I feel like I had kind of a head start on changing this homophobia, and like I've definitely dedicated a lot of conversations trying to correct this, because I do think that it lives within a lot of people in my generation. I think it's getting way better. I think it's getting way better, but I still think it's very alive, especially in conversations like.
Is that people shooting?
Yeah, are people shooting somewhere? Like
That's the fireworks.
Yeah.
okay. So like one thing I've noticed a lot is like when people are having a conversation is like, is it gay if you do this, or is it gay if you do? And they're like getting this long conversation, and it's like, it's obvious the way you're talking that you're talking about gay as if it's a bad thing. Otherwise, it wouldn't matter. It just wouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh man, if you do this, you're gay, or if you did that, you're gay, or you know what I mean? And at first, I was putting all the emphasis on dudes being raised with this homophobia, and it's all guys. But recently, I kind of realized that a lot of women are homophobic towards men in the way that they're not attracted to dudes that are bisexual. And I've asked a lot of girls about this, and they have this natural reaction of like, ooh, like he hooked up with a guy or he did something with a guy, like they're less into them. And I think that's wild to me. I never like, I'm like, why is that? Why would you be less into a guy because he hooked up with a guy? I don't, because there's like this thing in people's head that it makes you like less manly or something. When to me, I can't imagine something more manly than having sex with a dude. That's like two men. That's the most manly thing a man could do. It's like if you have sex with a woman, that's half of the whole.
That's a good point.
Half of the situation is female. Half of what's happening is female. If you're having sex with a man, that's all man. That's like the most man thing you could do. That's like the most manly man thing that a man could man. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Am I going way too off here? Is this crazy?
I mean, no. I think that's fair. That's a fair point. I mean, that's the most significant, most manly thing you can do.
And like it's just so, I just think it's interesting. And also I gotta say, like I'm really happy that it's changing a lot.
Can I say something? If you see, when was the last time you guys saw Delirious? I don't know if I already told you that, but when was the last time you guys tried to watch Delirious?
I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Eddie
Delirious?
Murphy.
Eddie Murphy?
Oh,
Yeah.
you talking about Raw? Or
No, Delirious. Before Raw.
The first one.
I
think I've
never
seen it.
saw
Yeah.
it, to be honest.
1983. Okay, David, have you seen it? Have you seen?
Of course.
When was the last time you tried to watch it?
I don't know, probably a couple of years ago.
All right, I gotta say that like this, like watching it did some like okay, so like you realize how much we as a society moved, like what to your point, Leo, like dude, his jokes there at the beginning are like you would never say any of this shit on stage nowadays, you know, like super homophobic, like
But
calling
I
people-
I got to push back on that because I think that at that time, him breaking that barrier and not making it as taboo really pushed things forward so that we could have those conversations.
I'm not blaming him, not at all.
No, I'm just saying. I remember being in that period where that was like so shocking, but at the same time, it revealed things to be put on the table for a conversation.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now people would judge it from another thing, but before there wasn't a conversation.
Totally, but I'm just saying that we as a society moved a lot, you know, since those times, and like kind of trying to tie it back to like everything we've been talking about at the first half of before we got into porn and men and whatever, is that I just hope that, you know, we will look back in 30 years on what's happening right now and say, wow, we moved, we made a big progress, you know, and that's why I think like everything that's happening right now, we just need to have some patience. But I just have this vision that in 30 years, 20 years, because things take time. But I mean, tomorrow morning be better. But I just think it's going to take a little bit of time, and if we keep pushing in the right direction, then we as a society will see that move, which is cool. It's really cool to see what happened, you know, with, you know, him saying, you know, crazy stuff to people. You would never say this shit right now on stage. Never.
I remember like Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor, yeah.
Richard Pryor was the first dude I ever heard confess to like having a gay lover, you know what I mean? In the comedy routine and like talking about it. I never heard anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good stuff.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean it wasn't good stuff because ultimately in that in that time period, there was a lot of like during that time period, there was a lot of like gay bashing and stuff.
Yeah. And then the 90s came and AIDS was a big thing for gay community. Yeah.
But at the same time, it turned an eye onto, like, at a certain point, comedy is inclusion. If I'm including you in my joke, there's certain barriers that are broken through comedy in that way. Do you know what I'm saying?
I can laugh at you and you understand that it's not offensive.
Yeah, I'm including you. I'm including you because when especially in our culture in America.
Yeah.
When you're excluded from the joke, then people really look down on you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you're brought into the joke, things are bad, but they're not as bad as being left out of the joke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you're not acknowledged at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, there was a lot of, if Eddie Murphy was to walk down the street with that suit on right now, we would all think, everybody in the world would think he was gay. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You just assume a guy in a tight leather suit was gay.
Yeah.
But in this day and age, no one would think there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah, like, I think that's why, like homophobia, like, it weirdly hits really home with me, just because a lot of people think I'm gay because of the way I dress, or the way I have dressed in the past, at least, you know. And there's so many times when I'd be wearing this crazy pink outfit, pink hair in Brooklyn, or wherever, or whatever, not necessarily Brooklyn, but like whatever, in New York or something, or outside of New York, and someone is like, you look gay, or you're gay or something, and I would immediately be like mad, you know. And it's like, why is that? Why would I get mad?
Yeah.
Sure. Like, well, also look at what's going on with the protests and stuff. But if we take an honest look at it, it was Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle that educated mainly white people to the consciousness of what's going on with Black people, and that was done through comedy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chris Rock taught us a lot. Everyone, we put you on some game about what's going on and how different people see things. The Dave Chappelle definitely did. The Dave Chappelle show put a whole lot of people on the game.
That's very true.
Hell yeah.
That's
definitely in terms
true.
of
hell fucking yeah.
Definitely see this in this perspective. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here's a different perspective. Here's how we laugh at ourselves. Here's how we laugh at you. Which are like big things when you find out how people see you and what they find out is funny about you and how you see things and what's funny to you. That's what humanizes situations, really. So I would say it's almost sad, like Matt said, with cancel culture, we don't take that kind of bitter pill of comedy sometimes, and we're kind of afraid of it. But I would have to say the comedians have really been at the forefront to feed us this consciousness that we sort of all ride on right now. They were the first ones to like dare to say some of these things, dare to speak on these situations. And I think a lot of people can sympathize about what's going on in the world by watching a Chappelle show and knowing what racial sarcasm is and what stereotypes are being played on here. And okay, that's funny to a certain extent, but that's not funny when someone's getting hurt. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did you see his latest, I don't know.
Yeah,
show?
that was pretty powerful. Wow. Not very funny, but powerful.
Wow. That guy.
I didn't see it. I need to.
Dude.
Yeah.
I will. Don't say anything about it. I will.
No. I'm just saying that guy, if he ran, for presidency.
No, but he's smart enough not to.
I know.
But he's always been, like I said, one of the ones that's always been at the forefront of backing the people that he see out there doing the work.
Yeah, it's true. He's definitely doing the work.
That's, you know what I mean? That's all we could ever hope for with our platform. Hey, man, this guy does the actual work. I know he's over there doing his thing. I support him. I don't know how to run the world. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how.
I do.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah.
We'll follow you.
Wait,
right,
so
cool.
Matt, can we eat the chicken food or not? What's the deal on that?
You can do whatever you want. I'm not your dad, bro. I'm not,
Wait a minute.
You're not?
Look,
Wait a minute.
I'm not your baby daddy.
You are not.
I'm not your dad. I'm not your
What?
fucking preacher. I'm not your boss.
Yo, I want to
Alright.
know if
What
everyone
else?
became vegan. If every single person became vegan. Right. Okay, so I've done a little bit, a little bit of research, and people that I'm really close friends with are vegans. And it does seem like being vegan is helpful towards the environment. But
Gotta be balanced though.
if every single person was vegan,
Yeah, no.
like, would there even be animals?
I mean, would we survive? Probably. That's the other question.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
There will be way more animals than us. I mean, that's part of us as an animal. Why we eat other animals, because surviving, it's way more rudimentary than we think. And some people, it's okay, in their genealogy and in their mind, they need to be vegan, they need to be vegetarian. And, dude, that's absolutely acceptable. I just think that it has to be balanced out. Some people eat this, some people don't eat that, and that is the delicate balance of the chain of, what is it? Chain of food, chain of, what do you call it? Chain of life. I forget.
I don't. I see where you're going, Leo. I don't know. That's an interesting thing with this population.
you know what I mean? Like, what would there be something like? Would it just be good for the environment, or would there either the two things I'm thinking is like, one is like, we just don't need animals anymore, so we just what do we do with them? You know what I mean? It's like, what? I mean, no one's gonna like have farms anymore.
Well, you're gonna have to have farms because there's billions of people on the planet.
Right.
Somebody's got a farm.
There'd be like vegetable farms or whatever. But I mean,
yeah.
Somebody's got a farm, and some people have, like, in San Francisco. I don't know if you guys saw that, but they literally rent, like, it's like coffin size rooms inside a room. It's like, like a bunch of coffins on top of one another, but it's not a coffin. It's like a closet, but people sleep in those like side closets of the house, and there's like 7 people in one room, and they rent building like this in San Francisco. So like in each room you have like 7 people in their like little booths, but you can only lay in there.
yeah,
That's insane.
yeah.
You lost me on the food thing though. So
I'm just saying. You said farms, right? You said like people would have farms. Like some people don't have room for like a closet. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, that's different though, because you don't have to live in San Francisco. That's a choice.
No, but like density of people, there's always going to be some sort of density. Like we are an animal that goes with the herd.
Listen, I live in New York City, and I make the choice to live here. You know what I'm saying? I make the choice to live here. It's like I could make so much more money living in Wyoming or somewhere like that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Especially San Francisco. If you live in San Francisco right now and you're like living in a coffin and all that, I hope like that's, you know what I mean?
I know. I'm with you. I don't live in San Francisco in a coffin, so I'm totally on board.
No, we were like in San Francisco a while ago, and I can't remember one of the drivers talking about his situation. And at a certain point, it's like roommates are cool, but when you get to the point where like you're in a place where it's just kind of a flop house, but you're spending the same amount of money you would to live in like somewhere else and have a you know what I mean? Unless it's just for work or something, that's out.
Right.
That's out. I get it though.
I just saw a really good movie last night. I have no idea what's the name of the movie, but I think it's on Netflix, and it's about like the housing crisis. I don't know. It's not really related.
Oh, but speaking of movies, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna find the name. You can start your thought.
Oh, Leo, I watched that Mad Max finally.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bro, that's trash, dude.
What?
That was bad.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
Bad.
Oh,
Thank you.
That was
Oh
really
my
bad.
God.
Oh my
And
god.
Oh
tried-
my God. I have
I
waited for
tried
this
my-
moment for so long.
I tried my best. I like went through the whole thing.
What an excellent review from an excellent reviewer.
Oh, Matt, we will never agree on a movie. Never, ever.
Cool.
Wow.
Why? I don't know why you're so happy.
Because we had an argument about Mad Max, and I said it was trash, and you said it was the best.
Yeah, I think it's a great movie.
Now I win.
I think it's amazing. I love Mad Max.
Dude, it's an amazing movie.
Oh,
It
so
won
it's
a
2-2.
lot of
We
won
need
of a
another
lot of
tiebreaker.
awards, dude. It won a lot of awards. A
Dude,
lot of people think it's really
motherfucking-
good. A
Wait,
lot of
wait.
people think it's really good.
If Jack Nicholson was in not Jack Nicholson, who was it?
I was gonna say that was a whole nother movie there.
No.
Are you about to say if Nicolas Cage was in it, would it be good?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Just to get everybody up to date, we're talking about Mad Max Fury Road.
Not
Yeah.
Millie Gibson.
This is
Oh yeah.
This is I claim. At this point, I think it's pretty set in stone. That's my favorite movie of all time. Favorite movie of all time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if
So-
I'm there, but it's a good movie.
I'm usually in your parade, but this one I'm just not. I thought that was garbage.
What? Why?
The effects, the storyline was just all over the place, bro. The makeup and stuff was kind of phony.
All right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It didn't compare to Thunderdome at all.
I don't know Thunderdome.
I have one Netflix suggestion. And
Oh wait,
then-
let me just also say Matt
Oh, I
thinks
found
that
it.
Bad Boys 2 is better than Johnny Darko. So okay.
yeah, I
Bad-
still stand by that for sure.
Bad Boys 2 is horrible. That's
It's really,
Oh
really
my
bad.
God, dude.
Oh,
Really
the
bad.
sludge
Really, really
giveth,
bad.
and the sludge
That's
taketh away.
Look, dude,
That's really
we'll-
bad too, bro.
The
Bad
movie
Boys
is
2
called
was a
Arizona,
gem.
by the way.
Literally
Oh,
a
no.
gem. Raising
Oh,
Arizona
no.
also amazing.
Oh, come on. Martin Lawrence couldn't even move.
Dude, what are you talking about?
Dude, he was so bloated, he couldn't even move.
That's not why I watch fucking Bad Boys.
Okay. No,
Yeah, well,
the
I
first
don't
one was
watch-
cool.
I don't watch Mad Max with the makeup, okay? So yeah. So we're even.
The
I'm
movie,
just saying that the characters in Mad Max weren't scary like in the other Mad Max movies.
Yeah, Mel Gibson is way scarier than anyone in
To
that
me,
movie.
it's just apples to oranges. They shouldn't have even been called the same
I
thing.
agree. It's not the same movie at all.
I just mean Mel Gibson in real life is frightening
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
as a person.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I would be
on, man.
very afraid if
new-
he showed up to my house.
It's
You
hard.
guys
It's hard for me to look at Mel Gibson the same way. Like it's hard. It's kind of weird to watch movies with him. I'm not
If
gonna
Mel
lie.
Gibson opened the door to if he came to your house and knocked on your door and you opened the door and Mel Gibson was there, would you not just shut that shit immediately?
Dude, I'd have to
Um,
invite him in. Are you kidding me?
I think I'm such a clout chaser. Like I openly admitted that I would travel right now to go hang out with 6ix9ine if he wanted to. And
Yeah.
that's pretty dangerous. So I'm such a clout chaser. I'm pretty sure I would actually just get my phone. See
Me
what
too.
happens.
Yeah, I would have to let him in.
I would go live. So that way, if he did kill me, at least there's like.
I
this
tell you
proof.
what
True.
I do. I'd go live and tap him in the sack. And then say the most viewed.
You just hit Mel Gibson with the classic sack tap,
Yep.
dude.
Yep.
I like
Like a
it.
little-
I like it.
Dude, that would be the greatest day of my life to see
I
Mel
know.
Gibson walk down the street in the Bronx and show up and knock on my door.
That would be a pretty great day in history.
And
I
then
mean,
it would be-
I think we hit 10 o'clock. I have
Alright.
one Netflix suggestion for everyone that
Can
I
we
think
just do,
everyone
like-
should watch.
Can we just do like a one round of Netflix suggestion and wrap
Yeah.
it? Okay, you go.
Watch the
first.
show The Floor is Lava.
Oh,
I've seen
really?
the
It's
advertisement
fucking
for that.
hilarious, dude.
Dude, I thought it was super dumb.
It is. It's incredibly stupid,
Yeah.
but I love it.
Okay.
It's actually hilarious. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Um,
Apocalypto. That was a good one. Someone just wrote Apocalypto. That was bomb, actually. You ever see that?
Oh,
That
yeah.
that was a good movie. That was definitely a good movie.
I was
my my Netflix suggestion is actually it's not a new movie. I just saw it last night. It's called Arizona, and it is hilarious and creepy at the same time. It's really really good,
I don't know about Netflix.
dude.
Uh,
It's yeah, Danny McBride. So many people there.
Sicaro, you ever
Twist.
seen that? Sicaro,
No.
great movie.
For me, for Netflix, dude, any of those Tom Segura stand-up specials are
They're really funny.
they're gold, dude. That
They
dude
are.
is
They're very good.
that dude is so funny. Dude,
Yeah.
one
He's
of his
funny.
specials is at the place we performed in Seattle, the Neptune Theater.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, that's what I've watched recently. I don't know.
Nice.
All right. Well,
Matt, what are we gonna have next week? What are we gonna
next
solve
week
this?
we have some really cool stuff planned that we're planning right now as I talk out.
Dude, I think people
And-
actually like this live stream. I gotta say.
We're gonna talk more about sex toys and porn because that seemed to be really a hot topic tonight. We'll probably talk more about Black Lives Matter and social things and political things and
We're gonna
I
have
don't
a
know.
guest, right? We're gonna have a special guest next week.
are we?
Yeah. Not,
Yeah.
not announced. It's gonna be a really giant guest.
Yeah, huge guest. You forget?
Too big to announce right now.
How
Yeah.
big? As big as like Rosie O'Donnell or bigger?
We're talking.
Uh,
We're talking Tupac. Oh, I got it.
How big, dude? It is big.
Giant.
Giant, actually.
Cool.
Yeah, Andre the Giant next week.
Voluminous.
Yeah,
Voluminous.
David Spade. Do you know like Jonah Hill? Could you get us like connected with him, or what's up with that?
Oh, we chill.
Is he big right now? I know he goes back and forth.
He's bigger. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
you know,
bigger.
we'll see if he's not doing anything,
I'll talk to him.
or maybe get Mel Gibson. I don't know.
I think I have 100 feet. What do you call it? I can't get near him. 100 feet
Okay.
order. Yeah. Anyways, see you guys next week. Same place, same
Yes, indeed. Indubitably.
time.
Yep.
Peace.
Peace.
My boys. Peace.
Bye bye.